You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
Imagine being an alien on Earth, and instead of hiding in the shadows, you're wreaking havoc with style. That's the essence of Destroy All Humans. You play as Crypto, a sarcastic alien with a love for destruction, tasked with harvesting DNA and bringing humanity to its knees, all while spitting out one-liners that rival the best action heroes. The game is a glorious sandbox of chaos. You can zap humans with your trusty ray gun, probe their minds, literally, or just pick them up telekinetically and toss them like ragdolls. Oh, and did I mention the flying saucer? Yes, you get to blow up entire towns with your spaceship because why not? What makes this game stand out is its humor. It doesn't take itself seriously, poking fun at 1950s sci-fi tropes and throwing in plenty of over-the-top satire. Whether you're disguising yourself as a human or turning cows into mindless zombies, every moment is packed with absurdity and fun. If you've ever wanted to be the boss of Earth's invasion, Destroy All Humans is the game for you. It's a hilarious, action-packed power trip that's as entertaining as it is chaotic. Ever wanted to be a superhero, or maybe even a supervillain, but without the tights? Infamous lets you do just that. Here's the twist. You're the boss of your own destiny. The game features a morality system where every choice you make influences your powers and reputation. Want to save the city and be its beloved hero? Go for it. But if absolute chaos is more your vibe, you can terrorize the streets and become the villain everyone fears. Either way, you're in charge. The gameplay is an adrenaline rush. You can climb buildings like a parkour pro, zap enemies with lightning, and unleash devastating area attacks that make you feel invincible. The city itself reacts to your actions, making your decisions feel impactful. With a gripping story, a dynamic open world, and the freedom to decide your path, Infamous is a must-play for anyone who's ever dreamed of having powers. Just remember, with great power comes great destruction or salvation. Your call. Next is Middle-earth, Shadow of War. It is where you're not just a boss, you're a warlord in Tolkien's epic universe. Playing as Talion, a ranger fused with the spirit of the elf lord Celebrimbor, you wield insane power to build an army and take on the Dark Lord Sauron himself. It's like Game of Thrones, but with more pointy ears and axes. The combat? Purely addictive. Imagine chaining together brutal executions, summoning beasts to fight by your side, and using Celebrimbor's ghostly powers to dominate the battlefield. And the siege battles are next level. You'll recruit orc captains with distinct personalities and send them charging into war, giving you the satisfaction of being both the brains and the brawn. If you're craving a game where you can flex your leadership skills, fight epic battles, and reshape the fate of Middle-earth, Shadow of War delivers on all fronts. Get ready to rule. If you've ever wanted to be the boss of absolute mayhem, literally, then Saints Row 4 is your game. You're not just a gang leader here. You're the freaking president of the United States. And as if that wasn't wild enough, Earth gets invaded by aliens, and you end up in a Matrix-like simulation where you gain superpowers. Yes, it's that kind of crazy. Imagine sprinting faster than cars, leaping over buildings, and throwing fireballs all while rocking out to a ridiculously fun soundtrack. The gameplay dials up the chaos, letting you wield insane weapons like the dubstep gun. Yes, it makes enemies dance to death. And the inflate array, exactly what it sounds like. The story? Over-the-top hilarity with just the right amount of absurdity. You're fighting aliens, hacking simulations, and leading a ragtag team to save humanity. And the humor? Saints Row 4 doesn't take itself seriously for a second. It's all about embracing the ridiculous. If you're looking for a game that lets you be the ultimate boss in the most absurd, action-packed way possible, Saints Row 44 is your ticket to non-stop, laugh-out-loud fun. Go save Earth, or just blow everything up. Your call. Next up is Just Cause. It is the perfect playground for you. As Rico Rodriguez, a daring, high-flying operative, you're given the freedom to cause mayhem in an open world that's ready to explode at your command. In Just Cause, everything is your weapon. Want to send an enemy flying into the sky? Strap a rocket launcher to a car and watch it go airborne. Need a quick escape? Grapple yourself to a helicopter and zip away. The game's over-the-top physics make everything possible, and no two moments ever feel the same. You're not just running around for fun, though. You're overthrowing dictatorships, battling corrupt regimes, and creating chaos in a country that needs liberation. And the best part? You're doing it all with style. Rico's grappling hook, parachute, and wingsuit combine for the ultimate combo of freedom, making every mission feel like an adrenaline-fueled action movie. If you want to feel like a one-person army with a license to destroy, Just Cause puts you in the driver's seat for explosive fun. Grab your grappling hook and make the world your personal bombshell. Next is God of War. It is the ultimate game for anyone who wants to feel like a boss, both in power and in the story. You step into the sandals of Kratos, a god who's trying to leave his violent past behind, only to get caught up in the world of Norse mythology. Not only do you fight some of the most legendary creatures from Norse legends, but you also take on the role of a father, guiding your son Atreus through dangerous lands. This game is a perfect mix of emotional storytelling and action-packed gameplay. Kratos' combat style is brutal yet elegant. He can swing his Leviathan axe with force, call it back with the press of a button, and even use magical abilities that make him feel like a one-man army. On top of that, the open world is stunningly designed, offering a rich environment to explore and get lost in. But it's not just about destruction. The bond between Kratos and Atreus is what really drives the game, creating a deeper, more personal connection to the action. If you're looking for a game that lets you wield godlike power while still pulling at your heartstrings, God of War is the ultimate choice. Next game is Doom. It is the ultimate power fantasy for anyone who wants to feel like an unstoppable force. As the Doomslayer, you're dropped into the chaotic world of hell, where demons are running rampant, and it's your job to send them back to where they came from, violently. The game doesn't slow down. You'll be thrust into non-stop action, armed with an arsenal of devastating weapons like shotguns, rocket launchers, and, of course, the iconic chainsaw. The combat is fast, brutal, and satisfying, with an emphasis on movement and aggression. The more demons you kill, the more ammo and health you get, encouraging you to keep your foot on the gas pedal. But what makes Doom 2016 truly stand out is its relentless pace. No cover mechanics, no hiding, just pure, unfiltered destruction. It's a game that lets you be the boss by putting you in control of all the carnage. And honestly, it's one of the most fun ways to feel invincible. Want to be a demon-slaying machine? Doom has you covered. Next is Prototype. It is your dream come true. You play as Alex Mercer, a man with mysterious powers who can shapeshift, consume people's identities, and control his surroundings in ways that make you feel like a walking nightmare. You're granted godlike abilities that allow you to scale skyscrapers, hijack vehicles, and obliterate military forces like they're nothing. The game's combat is wild and fast-paced, with you slicing through enemies with claws, ripping tanks apart, and using devastating powers that make you feel unstoppable. But here's the twist. Mercer's powers are fueled by his quest to uncover the truth about his past, creating a story full of action, mystery, and conspiracy. Prototype gives you the freedom to play as a total powerhouse. Want to feel like a living weapon? Prototype has you covered. Want to feel like a true force of nature? In Hulk Ultimate Destruction, you play as the Hulk himself, massive, green, and unstoppable. This game lets you unleash your inner rage on the city, tearing through enemies, smashing buildings, and leaving a trail of destruction in your wake. The gameplay is as over the top as it sounds. Hulk's strength allows you to pick up vehicles, hurl them at enemies, and even rip apart entire skyscrapers with his bare hands. And it's not just mindless destruction. There's also a story to follow, where you'll face off against powerful enemies and uncover the mysteries of Bruce Banner's dark past. The best part? You're given total freedom to cause chaos, whether it's leaping through the air, throwing punches that shatter the earth, or crushing tanks underfoot. The game gives you full control over Hulk's abilities. Hulk Ultimate Destruction is the ultimate power fantasy, letting you live out the experience of being an invincible, destructive superhero in a fully open world. If you're looking to feel like a one-man wrecking ball, this is the game for you. Last game is The Executioner. It is an intense, dark, narrative-driven game that places you in the role of a medieval executioner. Unlike other action games where you control a hero or a villain, in The Executioner, you play as someone who's tasked with carrying out executions for the law, challenging your morality and psychology as you face the consequences of your actions. The gameplay revolves around decision-making, where your choices affect how the story unfolds. It combines elements of psychological horror and dark storytelling, exploring the emotional and mental toll of being in such a brutal and grim position. The execution scenes are intense, with players having to manage not just physical combat, but the ethical implications of their decisions. The story keeps you engaged as it delves deeper into themes of power, guilt, and justice, with each execution making you question your character's motivations. The Executioner might not be everyone's cup of tea, but if you enjoy story-driven games with moral dilemmas and gritty atmospheres, it's worth giving a try. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on the latest and greatest games. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Got a game you'd love to see in a future video? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned and see you next time.